Good evening to you. How you doing? Ruby, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll try to read your comment to you and respond to you. I do apologize. I am yawning at the same time. Excuse me. Um, I can tell you, honey, this has been since I made the last video. This has been some things took place that changed everything. It changed everything. I don't, well, I know after this, our family dynamic would never be the same again. I know that for a fact. There's no way. There's no way after this uh avalanche, it's hard to ignore people's feelings. And I don't believe in that. I need to read your response, Ruby, because it's part of the response I'm about to give you. It reads, "Hey sis, I am glad to hear your dad is better in this moment, but sad to hear that you have had to take on such an immense burden. As women, the expectation is we drop everything and show up for everyone, but it sounds you have given the best of your service. With that said, it is time for someone else to take the baton and run. I am the only sister, daughter. I had no choice in that. As an adult, I do have a choice to not allow someone to overtax me, burden me, inconvenience me, and exhaust my resources and time. As women, we are helpmeets. It is our spiritual makeup. However, we have to also learn when it's time to take your hands off and step back. Thank you so much, Ruben. So I'm going to name this video Lick Back. Lick Back. When someone gets their lick back, you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen. But you do need to understand that it is going to happen. Shoot. It's unavoidable because people don't forget what you've done to them or how you made them feel. They'll forget what you said, but they will not forget how you made them feel. I was wrong about the boys just for some random, mysterious reason, just didn't want to help. That is just women's work. That's not true. That's not true. Yes, this part is true. It's partially true and it's partially a lie. The truth is that they did make the conscious decision to take their hands off of it. They don't want no parts of it. They don't want to be involved. Okay, that's true. Them making that decision because I'm a woman is false. Because in actuality, they were throwing cues to me to follow their lead. And I didn't catch it until this week. And when I caught it, it it brought up a lot of old stuff, that you just suppress, you keep moving as a family, you know, you keep your legacy going, you know what I'm saying? You keep going. Throughout the years, it's been ebbs, turns, ups, downs. Everyone has their valley experience, their exodus experience. That's just part of the human experience. But it's different when your decisions hurt your children in a manner that change your children. Now, I can't sit here and lie to you. Hold on one second. I'm trying to pull up my cousin's convocation. I'm sorry. I can't tell you that my siblings and I have not done a wonderful job taking care of my father. That's true. We have done an amazing job. We've done way more than a lot of kids, even if they have great relationships with their dad. Um, they wouldn't do this stuff that we've been doing. I'll just put it this way. He didn't pay for his car payment. He didn't pay for uh, any repairs. He didn't pay for where he lived. He didn't pay for his food. He didn't pay for his medications. He didn't pay for anything. We handled everything. Okay. Moving him out of Memphis, bringing him to us, we did that. Uh, Working with him, all of that, we did that. Right. And making sure he's good, that's our priority. Is that he's good, do what is loving, what is just, what is right. Well, I this week found out about some things that took place uh, for a long span of time um, after we have, I mean, rolled out the red carpet. Want for nothing, need for nothing, ask for nothing. It's done. It's done. It's maxed out. Your furniture, where you live, the renovations, getting your haircut, your clothes. I'm buying so much groceries, you can barely close the refrigerator. I'm going over there cleaning and just, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do. Well, after all of that, and during all of that, I take that back. During all of that, not long after mom passed away, something started happening. And this has lasted several years. I can admit I never paid attention to it. I never just started to ask about it. I didn't because I be in the zone. I'm looking dead center at the, love, wholeness, peace, unity. All right. I'm focusing on my grandchildren, my nieces and nephews. That's my focus. Right. And no one has said anything. Well, the boys' decision to not do anything for dad be involved with this, it is 100% because of what he did for a prolonged period of time since mom did, passed away. Now, this is something I'm just self-admitting, right? If I didn't, if I didn't consistently reach out, drive back and forth, do what I do, as a person, do what I'm doing, right? Um, I wouldn't see that and I wouldn't hear from him. So I know now for the past 3 years, he call every week. He do. I can't say that he don't, but that call, it is always for some money every single time. That's not a problem to me because I had already years ago budgeted that into my monthly expenses, right? And so dad, he be calling, he ain't asking for less than $150, right? He'll just call and be like, hey, I need some change. And I'm like, okay, well, and I'm talking to him. And I'm like, okay, well, check your cash app. I gotta go. I'm doing something right now. I'm out. I'll talk to you when I get home. And he'll be like, well, I know how your schedule is. Um, so just call me when you get time. And I'm like, okay, thank you. Honey, that call is on Wednesday. He is calling me back on Tuesday. Okay. Hey, hey, I need some change. And what do I do? So, uh, you know, what they're saying, why they're taking that position, they were communicating to me as well. You need to take the same position at this time because this has gotten way out of pocket. He does not and haven't cared pretty much about anything or anyone right now but being a spoiled kid. He don't spend that time like he's supposed to. And there's a number of things that went on as well. And I hadn't paid attention. And that's an error on my part as a sister for not really paying attention to their feelings, and their experiences and their perceptions. That's my fault because I was just reaching out from the position of this is the right thing to do. Why aren't you doing it? Explain to me why you're not doing it and what are you going to do, right? And we have to accept when people just they're not okay with things you've done. If not, they're not okay how you've mismanaged, you know, the relationship. And yeah, I hear from him more than the boys. Um, that's true. I do hear from him more. But that's not true anymore as of Wednesday night. Okay. Right around 9 o'clock. It was 9:34 in the evening. I'm woken up by a text message and it's, coming through and everything. So I roll over and I see his dad and then I sit up because I'm like, what is going on? Uh Based on that text message, I've made it very clear, as lovingly as possible. Aunts, cousins, uncles, and all. I forwarded them the text messages. I then asked for a conference call and a Zoom call to discuss this text message so everyone can know where I'm at and what I'm doing moving forward for my dad with, how I'm gonna handle this. And yeah, we did the conference call and Zoom and stuff. And I just lovingly told them that, you know, that 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 text message was way too far. And the elders agreed. That was like, yes, that is under no condition is that acceptable at all to you or anyone else. And I told them, I said, well, after this phone call, this meeting, I'm gonna need for you to proactively communicate what I'm discussing with you right now. You don't have to give them details, but you need to establish early on, as soon as the conversation starts, she has a legitimate reason, and that reason is why you shouldn't even feel bad that she's not here. You shouldn't say anything negative about why she's not here, why she isn't doing it. Yeah. And they were like, yeah, definitely. We will take a very strong position because we ready. You send it to us. We ready. We saw it. So we know why. I mean, that was it. I just need their support as I make this decision. But what I'm getting to is no, I'm not speaking with him anymore. I'm not doing anything else for him. And he is going to have to figure it out with the boys and the boys. He's gonna have to figure that out and work out his soul salvation. But he's just over time with his dementia, he comes in and out, in and out. It's just the type of dementia that he has, I'm telling you, is tricky because he'll come in, then he's going to check out. And you can tell when he checks out because his whole tone in his speech, pattern of speech, what he's asking about, what he's asking for, you can tell he is way back in 1961. He's he's mentioning people, places, events that are not now, right? And so because of that, we have to understand, you know, yeah, the text message was definitely he wasn't out at that time. He was fully engaged in because he was mentioning, why I shouldn't have left, how he feel about me leaving, what he thought about me leaving, and how he feel about me moving forward because I did not do what he wanted me to do. And I don't do well with that. It's not the fact of someone telling me what to do. No, that's not it. Uh-uh. I don't do well with people fussing at me because I didn't do things the way they want it, when they want it, how they want it, where they want it. That upsets me a great deal because I could be doing nothing. Yeah, there are people who would take absolutely nothing to do with their dads. Haven't seen them in 30, 40, 50 years and they sleep just fine. Oh my God, I dropped my darn purse. I'm sorry, I dropped my purse off the nightstand. But and that did bother me that he's going off the grid because I didn't do what he felt like I should have done. And that's not okay. That's a sign that you're just unappreciative. You don't appreciate anything I've done in this situation, several situations, in the entire time, your entire life. You're unappreciative, you're selfish, and you're gonna have to roll this toe by yourself. Um, Two of my uncles said they are going to, be speaking with him this weekend after they get out of church. And they admitted this is a situation at this time you have to protect yourself. And we have to also protect you as well because the type of dynamic that's created in all of this isn't okay for you to be dealing with as a woman. It should never be this way because I'm still left dealing with it because they have gone pretty much no contact, if I must be perfectly clear. So inadvertently, yeah, I'm left with all of it because they're done. They're sick of it. They're done. And I understand why. I understand why. Because I experienced the same thing from him. It's just selfish and entitled and bossy, pushy, prideful, ungrateful, tone deaf. Um, and we're human beings. We're not just the kids. We're not just the children. You know, we're people. We're people. We're not just sons and daughter. I too, Ruby, I am the only girl, and no, ma'am, I didn't choose that. I did, but he has changed over the years, and a lot of times I was like, in recent years, like, I when did he become this misogynistic? Like, it's bad to the point that that's even how you treat the hospice nurses and all doctors. If you're a woman, he is going to treat you like crap. You're beneath him. It's sickening. But I do have to protect myself. I thank God for my uncles. Um, and I've told you on countless times, like they are father figures to me for a reason. There's a reason for that. Um, but yeah, we all five of us have to accept reality and step back. I'm about to get ready to go to bed. I'm going to pick up my nephews. We're gonna do some school shopping. I'm gonna also take them to one of them. He want to get his hair locked, so I'm gonna take him to go get his locks. His hair been growing out. Oh my goodness, I know at least 2 years. Beautiful hair. He has gorgeous, thick, coarse, 4C black people hair. 100% all black. Okay. Ain't no race mixing, and proud of, basically saying being 100% black is a bad thing. And that's a message a lot of people put out there nowadays, that being fully black, your hair isn't good enough, your skin isn't good enough, your facial features aren't good enough or attractive. And I just believe in celebrating that about people. You're 100% black and you're beautiful. You're not less because you're 100% black. You're not, and you never will be. So I'm taking him to get his locks, and I'm also taking him and the other ones school shopping um tomorrow. Just spending time with them. I mean, y'all know how I am. I'm seeing for the grandkids. I'm a sin for my nieces and nephews. I'm just that aunt. I love loving on them. I love supporting them. I love being present in their lives, and for them to know that I'm never too busy. I'm never too busy. I'm never too far away. I'm never too tired. I'm not any of that. When you just say it and I'm there. That's it. Um, I love them so much. And I feel like it's been too long with all of this going on. I haven't, we didn't do Holy Week and all this stuff. I mean, we just had a lot going on. So this weekend, just spending time with the nephews. I'm only going to be with my nephews this weekend, and get them ready. I mean, I had no idea. I just put it that way. And so that's why I really need to, no one said anything into this situation. Last week, someone finally said something. And, you know, yeah, we just have to be present for the nieces and nephews, grandchildren. We have to continue doing what wasn't necessarily as normal well, being at this scale with your immediate family. This was unfamiliar for all five of us. At this scale, all five of us are at. No one, my parents didn't accomplish these milestones, but we did. We did. Um, Made history and all kinds of stuff. Made Black history, made American history, made military history, and it's miraculous sometimes when I think about it. And I'm telling you, just sometimes I don't even know when it's coming. I'll be sitting on the side of my bed and it'll just sweep me like a tsunami that I can't believe this, how good God is. I couldn't dream a dream this beautiful. I couldn't have possibly imagined when I gave my life to Christ that this was going to be my life and this would be the fruit of faith. It, God is so good. And when I look at the five of us, um, it's is inspiring to each one of us, right? And that's the God honest truth. It's inspiring to each one of us to keep going, go higher, go bigger the next time, go further the next time, you know. And we love it. And we're thankful. We're very, very thankful. Um, we're definitely undeserving. We're not, we'll never be worthy of that level of grace, mercy, and favor. No matter what we did or give, it would never be more than what he has done and always will do. I wanted to close with this, and it's about tithing. People complain about the tithe, you know, they have a lot of negative attitudes about it because they're tithing money. And then it registered to me. What else do they want them to spend the money on? You feel comfortable if they spend money in Target? Excessive spending? Are you're okay with them compulsively shopping on Amazon? You're okay with them running in and out of department stores compulsively spending? You're okay with them spending money on alcohol? You're okay with them paying for trips they can't afford? You're okay with them buying shoes that are well within out of their budget just for fashion's sake? You're okay with them making purchases to go on their hands, go in their head, uh, and not in savings. You see, what they spend in 2 weeks, it's more than what someone would make if they made $1,500 a week. Yeah. So what does that say? It's not the problem of the money or the amount. Your problem is you don't like the fact that someone has that type of commitment and trust, and no one commit to you or trust you at that level. Because if they did, you already have it in the back of your mind what you would do because it's in your heart. You would rip them off and you would scam them. You would steal from them. Yeah, as a man thinketh, so is he. So you thinking about how to that someone's stealing, scamming, then you do understand in your heart you are the thief, scammer, and schemer. I in closing, I'm gonna say this. I cannot tell you how many times I see people in trouble and they'll say this. You know of any churches? You know, contact some churches. Maybe they'll help you. Churches always help. And these scammers, schemers, and manipulators complaining about the tithe, but when you're non-saved, behind, get in trouble, you come to the church. And the reason why we're able to help, oh, you see that? It is because of the tithe. Yeah. It's because of the love offerings. Yeah. That's where the money comes from. But you don't care because you don't even go there. So you don't care. You just want their money. And maybe it's related to you not being in church, formulating healthy relationships and healthy perceptions about your identity, your self esteem, your profession, your finances, all of it. Yeah, I'm off. I got to go pick these boys up early in the morning. I'm going to get them early in the morning. Can't wait to read y'all comments. Whew, I'm out. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.